Have you ever felt like you couldn't lead in tech because you didn't come from a technical background? Or have you been told to stay in your lane instead of asking, what if? This week's guest, Anna Belova, is here to flip that thinking on its head. Anna is a serial entrepreneur, non technical founder, CEO of multiple companies in the AR and AI space, including her newest enterprise, which is in stealth mode. And yes, you heard that right. She's built cutting edge tech companies with a background in the arts without writing a single line of code. So if you've ever been told you can't do this because you're not technical enough, I want you to flip this one on your head. In this conversation, we're digging into what it means to lead a highly technical company without that technical background, how to turn doubt into creative power, why your authenticity is your greatest asset as a leader, and Anna's powerful belief that nothing is impossible when you ask the right questions, including her favorite one, a what if. If you are a woman in tech who's ever felt underestimated, sidelined, or unsure how to lead boldly, this episode is for you. It's time to stay true to yourself. Let's dive on in. Welcome to the show, Anna. Thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Let's start off with telling everybody a little bit about yourself, your incredible journey today to being a CEO. How did you get to that point? What is it you currently do? And what along your journey inspired you to become a CEO, to lead in what you're going to hopefully explain to us? It's actually quite a complex industry. Tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got there.
Yeah, it's a great question. And first, I want to say that I don't remember time when I don't wanted to be someone else, like an entrepreneur. I think it's because entrepreneurship it's not a profession. It's mostly like a mindset, or it's maybe way of life, and I can be myself. I can feel some freedom. I can create, design anything I want, and I think this is a main power that I can have in my life. I mean, a power, of course, is a good sense, but it's about not about I can control or manage. It's about how I can feel myself and what can I do every day in my life. I think this is the main point why I'm CEO and entrepreneur.
So one of the things about you is that you are leading an AR and an AI company. How did you get to that point? Because you said to me before we hit record that you view yourself as a non-technical CEO. To
Yeah.
land yourself in the position where you're a founder and CEO of an AR AI company, that's a pretty big step. What brought you to such a complex industry? Why that and why now?
Yeah, good question. So I think I need to give more context about my companies before I will go forward with this question. So first, yeah, as I mentioned, I'm a founder of Devar. This is a company who started to work in augmented reality in 2015. Our first journey was to creation products for kids, like books for kids with augmented reality. When you can have a physical book, you can scan a page and see how your characters comes to life. We sold more than 15 million copies worldwide and now it's selling in 75 countries in 27 languages. After
Wow.
that, we launched no-code platform, MyWeb AR, that allows to create any AR experience without technical skills. Think like a Canva, but for augmented reality. And today it's one of the leading independent WebXR platform in the world, used hundreds of thousands business owners, marketers, designers, big companies like Google, Meta, but also a lot of SMBs and education. And recently I launched New Journey. It's a company that works in AI B2B industry and think like a grow hacker for solopreneurs and business owners as well. I cannot share more details right now, but it's AI who will really help to run your business. So
Mm.
yeah, I know. Sounds amazing. So I think the main pattern that I have in every my business And yeah, you mentioned I'm really non-technical person, and sometimes people think that it's some difficult or strange. But seriously, I think it's one of the main power that I have because I'm always think about product like for people who are not geek or not or non-technical as well like me. I mean, when you're a programmer, you have a special mindset. You know code, you know how its technical stuff work and blah blah blah. But when you're non-technical, you need to care about how people, I mean like usual people, will work with your product. And this is a big challenge for everyone who non-technical and also who technical because you need to have a perfect balance. From one hand, it allows me to take all our technical stuff, all our complex technical solutions in a bag and make just like two buttons for on the front for usual people like me or you, I don't know, like or any technical. Yeah, and it sounds fascinating, but previously a lot of people think that augmented reality it's only for higher programmers or engineers, but today we open a door for a lot of marketers, designers, and small business owners, like I know, like owner bakery from Main Street, who can add augmented reality for their menu or ads just using like three buttons.
Wow, love it.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
can say that 70% of our users before our platform never created augmented reality experiences. But now they can launch it and we're really happy with that. And for my education, I'm Master of Art and Human Science. It sounds
It's a bit of
more
a different background for it. And this is kind of where I'm coming from. I think it's a different background, and yet you've obviously been incredibly successful. Do you put that success down to the very fact that you are non-technical and you can understand the users, maybe?
yeah, it's a one case. It's just a one case. From another hand, when you are non-technical and you don't have, you know, like a struggle perception how it should be, you can ask yourself, what if? And more important, that you can ask your team because sometimes people think that they know all, and I mean, like it's not good or bad. It's just fact. People, when people like really high professional, they think that they know all and we know how to do it. But if someone can ask them, what if, they're starting to think out of box. And I think that I can say that the point is I'm non-technical CEO on a high technical companies. It's the reason why I can think out of box as well.
Well, so one of the things that you said to me when we first met was, "It's never impossible," is your motto. And I sort of feel like that is deeply related to this ability to lead. I mean, when we were talking before, you mentioned like having a non-technical team, having done a technical background with the technical team and the challenges that is. Why do you have that motto of "it's never impossible"? Like, how has that mindset shaped you as a leader, as a CEO, as somebody on a mission to make technology accessible? Like, what's going on there?
Oh, come on. People had a chance to be in the moon. How after that I can say it's something impossible?
Why does that motto drive you though? Yeah.
Because it's opened the door to see how this world amazing and how many capabilities and opportunities I can find around me. And I can say it's like imagine with your eyes already open and you can see everything. I know it maybe sounds like a little crazy or difficult. I know, but uh, if you ask yourself, is it possible? I think you're on the wrong way. because everything is possible and you just need to be open for it. It's not about some theory of like magic or something like that. It's about how your mind work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
if I see some difficult task and I don't know how to do it, uh, like a person, I have two different ways. First, I can say, I don't know, it's not my area. I'm not an expert. It's not my, it's not my business, right? And in this case, you never find a solution. But if you ask yourself, it's interesting. What can I do with it? Your brain will try to find how you can solve it. And it can be different ways. You can ask someone, you can Google, you can, I don't know, ask AI today. Yeah, it's really easy. Yeah, so you can just think about it. You can go to a walk and or hiking and spend some hours to think about it, but you will open to find a solution. This is the main point. My motto of life is nothing is impossible.
I actually think with the emergence of AI and AI helping us, I almost feel like the challenge is moving on from accepting that you can ask that question. I think one thing I'm seeing shifting in the women I work with is a shift from I don't know how to do this, so it's not, as you say, it's not my business, right? To AI can help me, but the challenge then becomes asking AI the right question. I think we're in this golden era of we can solve so many more problems, but we've got to be solving the right problem. We've got to ask the right questions. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but I think that the challenge ask the right question, it's not only about AI.
No, that's true. I mean, I've that's true with Google as well. There's a
Yeah,
reason why let me Google that for you exists. I think most people don't know how to use
yeah,
Google.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. In this case, I think AI will not will is already change not only patterns of behavior, but also some patterns how we, like a professional, communicate with different tools or AI. Because just one example. So yesterday, designers should know about colors, style, some tools like Photoshop or others. Today, designers need to have a skill to describe what we want to get.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is a different skills. And today, and it's not only about designers, it's about everyone. For example, like a CEO, like an effective CEO, I guess. So I used a lot of AI tools every day. And from one hand, it's really grow my results and effectiveness. But from our hand, I got but I'm not a founder. Sometimes I feel like a secretary of all my AI tools because it's all fragments and I need to change and I need to take that data from this and put on this and understand how it should work and blah, blah, blah. And it's also interesting balance today. How we need to use power of AI and make it really helpful and get the best results or just or we will just like lie to ourselves. Do you understand what I mean?
I do. I do. And I totally hear you on being the person who's like just copying stuff from AI from one place to another. It's so frustrating at times. But you do it because the results are so powerful. But it's like, why has nobody developed something that's really synergistic yet? There are all these different people training different AI models, different, a lot of them are based on a couple of them, right? But
Hmm.
you then put stuff on top, and it's so frustrating for us. But I think AI is now necessary for every single one of us, whether we're CEOs or another kind of leader. I think this is something that's going to evolve so rapidly. Where do you see where do you see it changing? Because obviously you said you've obviously got something in stealth mode right now. What do you see coming? What are you able to share with us about what could come that could make it easier to be a leader in terms of the way we use AI?
I'm not sure, honestly,
Oh,
because
okay.
AI is about how you can work, but for leadership, it's still about your human skills.
Yeah, I would agree with that completely. I mean, actually, let's talk about that for a second. Obviously, you're a CEO. You are a multi-time CEO. What would you say is your biggest barrier in terms of building your teams? I'm kind of curious from the AI perspective, but actually just generally as well. Like, what would you say is your biggest barrier as a leader today, leading teams?
I think the right answer will be ask my team about it.
Of course, that's a good
Yeah,
answer. Actually, that's really
yeah,
good. That's like a level of self awareness a lot of leaders don't have.
yeah. From my side, I think it's so a good leader really understand when she or he should listen. I mean, it. I'm not. So I can say that it doesn't mean that, like a good leader, I just only listen, but I really need to know when I should listen people. And it's the first. The second, my job is create opportunities for the talent people show themselves and have opportunity to make something bigger or make something creativity or make something, I don't know, like something what we want. My job is not to build rules. My job is not to build roadmaps or something. I just say, this is our goal. This is time that we have. So let's create something magic. And if you join and if you bring the right people to your team, you will see how it works. I mean, like, of course, sometimes, and it's my fault as well. Sometimes I feel that in a lot of questions, the best professional it's me. because because I really live that it's like I really want to achieve this goal. I really it's my purpose. It's my motto of life, and sometimes I have a lot of energy and I want it to be faster and more result and hours. But right CEO sometimes should step away a little bit and give more time for his or she team. But for me, it's really difficult sometimes. My fault. I be honest. Sometimes I like energy rabbit who want to make everything in just one time. But from another hand, it's also a good example for your team.
I do think one of the challenges of being a great passionate leader, whether it's a CEO or not a CEO, but is you're probably there because you've got passion and excitement, and so you want to do things. But it's the realization, which hits you hard as a CEO, I think, but it hits you in every leadership position at some point, or if it doesn't, you've missed something. It's that realization that if you hold on to what you love, you can't do as much. So you have to allow others to do. And as you say, creating opportunities for people is our job because they then get to flourish in a smaller area than we can hold. And especially as a CEO, we're holding everything. We're holding the entire business and more. I mean, empowering those around us to do great things. That is our job description. It's channeling that, right?
Yeah, yeah. But in a modern world, business should has face. And my work, like a CEO, it's not only about to build opportunity for my team, but it also to understand that a lot of people will think about my business like about me. And in the different stages of a companies, your business, it's like your reflection. I mean, like if you have your human value, values different, it's definitely will find themselves in your business, in your company. And this is, some people call it corporate culture. And it makes sense because if you're a leader and you bring right people around you and you work together, you have a creativity, you have a passion and others, your human values will be really matter in your business, in your company, because it's just like one line. And for me, I don't split my life and my business life because, like a CEO and like an entrepreneur, again, I said that it's a mindset, it's like a style of life. And every time you think about the business, I mean, like I can go to mountains in a weekend, but it doesn't mean that I will put my business in my hat.
I know, right? I think actually, and I would say, as somebody who works with leaders at different levels, I think there, those of us who are meant to lead, I think as entrepreneurs, we're a special category of this. But those of us who are meant to lead, I don't think we do stop thinking about it. We're always being creative. We're always thinking. We're always, you don't turn it off, but you need time to recover. Go walk up a
Yes.
mountain, right?
So sometimes it sounds like a little problem because you can't stop.
You can't start, no.
Yeah.
And I do, this is one of the things I look out for in when I'm really looking for great leaders to hire, to work with. I'm looking for somebody who struggles with turning it off, because you know I can deal with you not being able to turn it off. I can coach you in how to have balance, how to make sure you don't burn out. But if you are very able to not think about work outside work, you aren't excited about work.
I find the solution for this.
Oh yeah,
I've
go on.
yeah, yeah, like a little secret. So, a North Star for every, I mean, like a dream for every entrepreneur, it's to build multi, it's to build unicorn or like billion companies, right? And this is our goal. But I decide for myself, I'm not a building a unicorn or billion company. I'm building myself like a person who can build a billion company. See difference?
Hmm. Yeah, I
It
love
means
that.
that, yeah, thank you. It means that every my decision, business, work, pleasure, I don't know, self-development, books that I read, people with whom I talk and spend my time, and others, my thoughts and others. It's all about, can I be a person? Can I build myself like a person who can build a billion company? And in this case, honestly, doesn't matter can I or not, because the way, the journey is amazing, interesting.
Mhm. It always has to be about the journey. It's such a cliche thing to say, but I think we put so much of our heart and soul into this that it has to be about the journey. And I love that. It is, we've all heard now that you should surround yourself with people that are, like the people you want to be, right? And I 100% agree with that. But you go further, you surround yourself with decisions, with development, with books of all the things you want to be. And it's all encompassing, and it is what makes success. I know we're running out of time, so I do want to ask you quite a pointed question, which is, you work in a very male dominated industry. How have you kept your authenticity? How have you made sure that you've stayed confident, that you are showing up the way you need to show up, leading the company you want to lead? You're clearly an extraordinary people leader. You get people leadership just listening to you talk about it. How have you held on to that in an industry that's a little bit notorious for not being good with people, for having a bit of a bro culture and not dealing well with female CEOs? How have you thrived?
Honest,
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about it like this.
Okay, well that's fine. I mean, clearly you're doing something right, because you are holding on to you, definitely.
I mean, yeah, I mean, um, my thoughts about it that I want to believe that I find a way how I can have a smart people around me. And because it's like it's your life, it's your choice, and you choose with whom you can talk and who will be around you, right? And in this case, honestly, in the business, sometimes it doesn't matter who you are, man or female or not, because it's about my skills, it's about my opportunities to change the world, and it's about my passion, it's about my work. It's not about me, like how long a hair I have or something like that, right? It's the same like ask me what colors of your eyes. Oh, it's green. No, it doesn't work. I mean, like, who cares, honestly? I know it's for women. I know, and it's true. Sometimes it's more difficult to find the right way how to explain why your company will be successful. But in any case, and by the end, the results will be more loud than any words.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you can be strong and you can be passionate about your goals, who cares?
I hope that's true. I think one of the things that really stands out to me, and maybe this is why you're an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, you've never done anything else, is there's no doubt in you that this is what you're meant to do. And I think a lot of the time when we lose ourselves as women leaders, it's because we have doubt. Somebody is saying you're not doing well enough, or somebody's pushing your buttons, and you start looking around at other people and they're all male role models. And so you start doing what they do. And that's what I'm seeing you're not doing. You aren't just copying the male CEOs out there. You're doing your own thing. And that to me is a very unusual gift, a very, very unusual gift. And you should be very proud of that. Very, very proud of that.
Thank you. So I just want to say with every woman leader that you don't need to listen anyone around you. You just need to listen your uh, brain and your heart. That's it.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to the quickfire round. You ready for this?
Hmm. Yeah.
What is the worst piece of advice you've ever been given?
Be like someone.
See, this is why you've got this down. Okay. I love this so much. What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
You can guess. Be yourself.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. If you had to ask yourself one question every day, what would it be?
I recommended every day ask yourself, what if? I mean, like, it's a question that opens a door for the first, that everything is possible, and the second, that it sounds like a little adventure. What if? And if you don't know answer to your question, business, work, pleasure, something like that, just ask yourself, what if? And believe me, it will be really surprise for you
Mm-hmm.
what kind of doors will be open every time when you will really ask yourself, what if? And it's true
Okay.
magic.
Next question. How can people connect with you and find out more about what you do?
Oh, it's an easy way. I'm pretty open on LinkedIn and Facebook.
Okay.
And yeah, I posted sometimes about my business, about my work, my dreams, about me and something. And yeah,
I hope that if you're listening to this and you're inspired by Anna today, that you head on over to Facebook or LinkedIn, give her a follow, maybe you reach out with a message, connect. We're all about networking around here. This thing is the way the world goes round. So if in doubt, reach out. Any final thoughts you'd like to share with us today, Anna?
and finally, I can just say, be yourself, believe yourself, and after that, nothing is impossible.
Love that so much. Nothing is impossible. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I just want to leave everybody with those final thoughts. Be yourself, believe in yourself. Nothing is impossible. And if in doubt, ask that question, what if? That is such a great question. I love to ask my clients, like, what is the worst thing that can happen? But I love the openness and the positivity around what if. So As I often say at the end of an episode, have a think, like, what is it that you would take away as a listener today? What is it that you are going to start doing differently, having listened to this conversation with Anna? And as I always like to hear from you, drop me a message on LinkedIn. Let me know what it is you're going to do differently. But if nothing else, be yourself, believe in yourself. Bye for now.